What's happening, Leeds United faithful? Your boy's here with some absolutely mental news that's got the entire Yorkshire buzzing right now. And trust me, you're gonna want to sit down for this one because we've got three massive stories that are shaking Elland Road to its very core. First off, smash that like button if you're ready for some proper Leeds drama. Hit subscribe if you bleed white and drop a comment telling me how you're feeling about what's coming next. Now listen up, because what happened this weekend has left every single one of us questioning everything about our manager's approach. We're talking about a tactical nightmare that exposed our gaffer's biggest weaknesses, a goalkeeper crisis. That's making Fark look clueless. And then, just when you think it can't get any crazier, the 49ers are about to drop a massive $30 million bomb that might be Fark's last chance to save his reputation. I'm telling you right now, the first story about our manager's tactical disasters will make your blood boil. The second will have you questioning every single decision made this summer. And the third? Well, that's the one that might just save Fark's entire project. But before we dive into this madness, let me ask you this. Are you ready to find out exactly why our German gaffer got completely schooled by Arsenal? Because what I'm about to tell you about his game plan will have you absolutely raging. Right, let's talk about Daniel Fark's tactical disaster. The German manager just got his tactics absolutely ripped apart at the Emirates, and I'm not holding back here, white supporters. Daniel Fark walked into that Arsenal game looking like he had a plan, but for 90 minutes nobody, and I mean nobody, could figure out what that plan actually was. Our boys looked like they'd never met each other before. No clear direction, no game plan, no identity whatsoever. Were we supposed to sit back and counter? Were we trying to press high? Were we playing out from the back or going long? Because from where I was watching, it looked like Fark had sent 11 players out there with completely different instructions. Victor Gyökeres was having a field day, Jurriën Timber scored twice, and Bukayo Saka was dancing through our defense like it was a training session. But here's the thing that's really grinding my gears. Arsenal had a clear plan from minute one, and they executed it perfectly while Fark's boys looked completely lost. The German has been preaching about his philosophy and his system since day one, but when it came to the biggest test of the season so far, he got completely outclassed by Mikel Arteta. The Spanish manager had us figured out before we even stepped on the pitch, and it showed in every single phase of play. And don't even get me started on the substitutions. When that first goal went in, you could see our entire team crumble, and Fark just stood there on the sideline looking helpless. Where was the tactical adjustment? Where was the change in approach? Where was the fight that we expect from a Leeds United manager? The worst part, this was supposed to be our statement game, our chance to show we belong back in the Premier League. Instead, Fark's tactical naivety got exposed on the biggest stage. And now every championship manager will have watched that performance and taken notes on exactly how to beat us. This isn't just about one bad result. This is about serious questions over whether Fark has what it takes to compete at this level when the pressure is really on. The German better have answers, and he better find them quick. But if you think the tactical confusion was bad, wait until you hear how his goalkeeper signing is already causing absolute chaos in the fan base. This is where it gets really painful for our German gaffer, Leeds faithful, because Lucas Perry, Fark's hand-picked replacement for Ilya Meslier, just had an absolute nightmare that's making the manager look like he doesn't know what he's doing in the transfer market. Fark spent $15 million of the 49ers' money on this Brazilian, telling us all that he was the answer to our goalkeeping problems, the steady presence that would give our defense confidence. But what we saw on Saturday was a keeper who looked more nervous than Meslier on his worst day. The Leeds faithful are already turning on Perry after just 2 games. And you know what that means? They're turning on Fark's judgment too. Social media is going mental with fans saying they'd rather have Meslier back. The same Meslier that Fark decided wasn't good enough for his system. Can somebody please tell me why we replaced Meslier with Perry? That's what the fans are asking. And it's a question that goes straight to Fark's door. This was supposed to be his big statement signing, his solution to one of our biggest weaknesses. But instead, it's looking like another expensive mistake that could haunt us all season. Here's the brutal truth. When your $15 million goalkeeper is getting compared unfavorably to the keeper you just got rid of, that's not just a player problem. That's a manager problem. Fark's reputation is on the line every time Perry steps between those posts now, and the Brazilian looks shaky as hell. And with Ethan Ampadu out injured for several weeks, Fark is facing a midfield crisis that he doesn't seem to have any answers. 4. Ilya Gruev looked completely out of his depth trying to replace our captain. And if that's Fark's only solution, we're looking at weeks of getting overrun in the middle of the park. The German summer recruitment is starting to look questionable. His tactical approach got torn apart, and now he's got a goalkeeper crisis and a midfield injury problem, all at the same time. This is exactly the kind of pressure that breaks managers, and Fark is feeling every bit of it right now. The German needs to find answers, and he needs to find them fast, because the championship waits for nobody, and these early mistakes could cost us the entire season. But here's the thing, he might just have one last ace up his sleeve. But here's where it gets absolutely mental. Fark might just have one last chance to save his reputation with the most expensive gamble in Leeds. History! Right, this is it, white supporters. This could be the signing that either makes or breaks Daniel Fark's entire Leeds United project. The German gaffer has convinced the 49ers to go absolutely mental and splash $30.3 million on Delane Bakwa from Strasbourg, the biggest fee in our club's history. After getting tactically destroyed by Arsenal, after his goalkeeper signing looking like a disaster, after losing his midfield general to injury, Fark is throwing everything at this one last throw of the dice. This 22-year-old French winger could be exactly what saves the German's reputation. Or it could be another expensive mistake that gets him the sack by Christmas. 6 goals, 9 assists in League One last season, and this kid is a proper take on Merchant who could give Fark the attacking width he's been desperately missing since Manor Solomon left. But here's the massive pressure Nottingham Forest want. Him too! And this could come down to deadline day drama that determines Fark's entire future. The German knows his job might depend on his signing working out perfectly from day one. After the tactical disaster at Arsenal, after the Perry situation turning toxic, after losing Ampadu to injury and having no proper replacement, Fark needs Bakwa to hit the ground running, or the fans will be calling for his head before the autumn international break. This isn't just about adding another player. This is about Fark proving he can identify the right targets, that he can build a team capable of getting us back to the Premier League, that he hasn't completely lost the plot after one terrible afternoon in North London. The pressure is absolutely suffocating right now. The 49ers are backing him with serious money, but that just adds more pressure and expectations. $30 million doesn't get you patience in the championship. It gets you immediate results. And if Bakwa doesn't deliver goals and assists from week 1, it'll be Fark who takes all the blame from the board and the fans. Here's the thing that's keeping every Leeds fan awake at night. We've seen what happens when Fark's tactics don't work. We've seen his big money goalkeeper struggle under pressure, and now we're about to see if his judgment in the transfer market can save his entire project before it completely falls apart. This is make or break time for our German manager, and everyone knows it. After everything we've been through this weekend, after all the tactical confusion and expensive mistakes, Bakwa represents Fark's absolute lost chance to prove he's the right man for this massive job. So here's my question for you. After watching Fark get completely outclassed by Arteta, after seeing his goalkeeper signing crumble under pressure, are you still willing to trust him with $30 million of the 49ers money? Because this could either be the moment everything clicks into place and we start our promotion push, or the beginning of the end for Daniel Fark at Elland Road. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that subscribe button if you want more brutal Leeds truth, and let me know. Do you still have faith in Fark's project after this weekend's disasters? Or is it time to start looking for a new manager? Who can actually handle the pressure? The transfer window closes soon, and this could be Fark's last chance to prove he belongs at this level with this massive gamble. What do you think, white supporters? Is the German gaffer about to redeem himself with the signing of the century? Or are we watching a manager desperately trying to save his job with one last expensive Hail Mary?